Good morning. How are you today? Oh, let me tell you, I am zapped. I mean, can you see the bags under my eyes? I'm exhausted and I'd rather just be in bed. However, I have things to do, so I have to be an adult. And that sucks, but here we are. So I am going to do a quick look. I got some new products from Ulta. And as you know, if you follow me, you know I get paid. I hand my check to Ulta. It's just kind of, maybe not that to the extreme, but yes, Ulta gets a lot of my money. And they always have free gifts, which I absolutely love. And this time, I was buying some Ulta products. I really like their body scrub. And they had a thing where you buy like $15, or no, $25, and you got a free something. And I'm all about free, you know. And that's what I did. I got that. I bought this body scrub, and this eye brightener I'm going to try today. But to do that, I got this free pack here. And I have not used Ulta products since probably when I first got into makeup, or found Ulta, I should say. I used their products a lot, but I haven't since. So I'm excited to see what they have and use that. Now, I don't have enough to do a full face of Ulta, so I will be substituting some of that I'm missing with my favorite products. But hello, how are you? If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you. My name is Erin. This is Ageless Beauty with Erin, where we do makeup. Shocking. But no, I have a couple other channels that I'm not up and running quite right now for various reasons. If you followed me, you know. If not, you might want to hit up some of the old videos. It's just a lot. But this is the Get Ready With Me, where we do makeup, new products, looks, because I love doing a murder mystery, and we go to the ones that you have to actually dress up for. You can see some of the wigs behind me that I use for these. My next one that I'm hoping to go to is Sock Hop. I need to get that together today, see if I'm going, because it's coming up in a couple weeks. But I'm up in the air because I just really don't know about my surgery. So anyways, this is what we do. And if you like makeup, if you like trying new products, if you like looks, doing something a little different, I'm not a professional, but I love getting in there and trying new stuff. You can check some of them out. I've done a number of them, probably 5 up to now. And if this is what you like, hit that subscribe, guys. I'd love to have you along. And for those of you that follow me and that are with me every week, thank you. I try to drop a new video every Sunday. I am currently trying to get ahead because of the surgery I mentioned a minute ago. And I know I'm going to be down maybe a month. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game. But I might disappear whenever I find out when that surgery is going to be. We're not going to borrow that trouble. When I do know, I'll let you guys know. So for now, let's get to it. And I'm going to start with, this is the bag I got. Of course, I don't need bags, guys. You all know I don't need bags. Like I packed for this, and we will talk about this, but I packed for my concert and I have so many bags. My daughter's like, I've never seen that one before. I'm like, yeah, I've got a drawer full of them. And a lot of them are because of this, where I get samples. And they come in a nice little bag. The other is I was in Ipsy. I did it 2 different times for about a year each. Loved Ipsy until it just got to be that I had so much that I didn't need anymore. And I got bags every month from them. So bags are not a problem. So let's talk about what's in this bag. And I'm going to use everything in here. Like I said, I'm going to mix and match it with some other stuff, okay? And I've got an itch, and I apologize because I know it looks weird. I need to put earrings on. I got a new pair from Venus I might slip on here in a minute. Okay, so the first thing I grab, and there's another one. This is the Ulta Beauty Lip Gloss Velvet Mauve, and this is lip oil in peach. I'll put this on after I do some foundation. I'll put this one on at the end of the look to complete my look. Next, I've got mascara. Yeah, I didn't need mascara, but we got mascara. This is Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes. Maximum Lashes. It's a defining, lengthening mascara. So we'll use it. Put everything together because I need to open it here. Next, I have a new sponge. This is a very dense sponge. So what I mean by that is, like, here is one of my beauty blenders that I use, and look how soft and easily manageable it is. And when this gets wet, it gets to this size. So this is more dense, and I'm curious if it's going to grow. So we will try this here in a minute. I'll go ahead and move I got these little holders because I got to get it wet. Next, we have two little 4 quads of eyeshadow. Looks like a mauve and a greenish. We'll use these today. I don't know yet which one. I doubt I'll do anything fancy, so it'll probably be the mauve. This is just a brush I got. I used to use their brushes often. I think the only one I still have is actually a broken one that I keep just in case I need one. It doesn't make sense why I would keep it just in case, because I have over 200 brushes, so I doubt I'll ever just need a brush. And there it is, taped together because it's broke. But I did like it, so I'm going to use this today. I have a feeling I'll like it. I love the size of it. It is soft. This will probably be a good crease brush. Yeah, that's going to be a great crease brush. So we will use that today. Next, I have some, well, last 2 things is primers. This is a face primer. This is the Poreless face primer, and this is the Tinted eye primer in Champagne. So we'll use that today as well. So I'm going to get this empty bag over to the side, open some stuff up, get my beauty, no, I'm going to get my sponge. It's not a beauty blender. This is the Ulta sponge wet, and we will be back and ready to go. I think I have everything ready. I won't swear to it because I'm just kind of having one of those days. I want to mention I got the sponge wet, and look how big it is. And it's a very pretty sponge. But as I kept bringing it out, pink dye kept coming out. And every time I thought, okay, it's finally clear, I'd do it again and more. And my hand doesn't really look stained. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a little concerned about that. So we'll try it. I mean, I do have to go somewhere, so if it looks like it's going to mess up, then we will stop. It is pretty. I'm going to hate to get it dirty because I love but look how big it is. And I should have got the other sponge wet so I could show you the size difference. I might do that. Let me go do that. Let me get the one I use. Like, this won't even fit. Let me get the one that I normally use and get it wet for you and compare them so you have a good comparison. So I've got comparisons for you. So this is a beauty blender not wet. This is the beauty blender wet. So it increases in sizes quite a bit, and it's still very soft, I mean, I just love the beauty blenders. And then this is the Ulta foam blender, whatever it's called, I don't remember. So it is bigger. It is still denser. This is very pliable. This is denser. We're going to give it a try. I just wanted to show you the sizes because when you get them wet, the sizes do increase. I am concerned about, where I got it wet and the pink was coming off of it. So we'll see. So I am going to jump right in, and I always go with the eyes first, but that's what I get for thinking I have things together. Okay, hopefully I'm ready now. So we're going to start with the eyes like I always do, and we'll just go from there. So I am using a bunch of new products for the eyes, so we'll talk a little bit more about it than some of the other stuff we'll do. We'll start with the hello. Didn't want to come out. It's very thick. This is the eyeshadow primer. Oh, it's very thick. Look how it stayed. And it's in champagne. Now I'm going to tell you, I have used their eye primers before and their regular primers. I don't know if I've used their color ones or the tinted ones. It's not really a color. It's just a tint. But I don't really remember. It smooths on really well. Really well. I don't really think I had a problem with it. I don't remember it being this thick. But I mean, it smooths on. It's not thick once it goes on. So that's good. And it just gives a little bit of a tint to the eye, which at times I don't mind. Like, I have some other eyeshadow bases that are the same. They have a base color, almost like a concealer, but they're actually eyeshadow primers. Okay, so here's the two. So here's the green. Looks like the brown and the green here on this side are mattes, and the other two are shimmers. And then on this one, they're catty-cornered. The shimmers are these two, and the mattes are these two. And I think I'm going to go with this one. I like this green. I don't know if I'm not going to put a pop of color into it, though. I'm tired. Dude, I'm so tired. So I guess we should tell you why I'm tired. And I'm not a bit upset about it. You know, it was Kentucky Derby weekend. And I live in Kentucky. But I've never really gotten into the Derby. You know, I usually watch it. I'll go to parties or whatever, but I've never really gotten into it being a staple that I have to do. So this weekend, we had a concert. I have been looking forward to this concert. You guys probably know, you've heard me talk about it. I think I know I did a video packing for my concert. We were there Friday night, Saturday night, and then left Sunday. It was in Chicago. We drove. Never again. This was the second time in a year I have drove to Chicago. Never again. Like, ever. It reminded me why when I went to Chicago before, I said I'd never be back. That light pink is seriously a light pink. It's like you really can't tell it with the color tint of the thing, but it is setting the primer, so I feel like that's good. But yeah, it was it just reminded me why. And if I go back, and if I'm gonna tell you a few things. This hotel we stayed at was great, and it was right next to the airport. So if I fly in, I'll stay at that airport. And I literally, my daughter and I walked to the arena. It took less than 5 minutes, and I mean literally less than 5 minutes to walk to the arena. And I literally thought we were going to be like too far away for that. So I thought I was going to have to drive. It was such a nice surprise when we were able to walk it instead of driving it. Yeah. I didn't have to get my car back out. We were literally in a spot that had all kinds of things. Our hotel had a restaurant that we were able to eat and do that, so we didn't have to leave. But there was restaurants all over if we wanted to walk. So it was a great location. And I was 20 minutes from downtown, and I'll tell you how I know that here in a minute. But yeah, so the concert was Saturday. Dude, that was the most epic concert I have ever been to in my life. Like, I want to go back now. It was so good. And we were swarmed by people. Like my daughter and I were saying, art people. So, we love BTS. A lot of people don't know who they are, and that's okay. It's a South Korean group. And in my opinion, they are amazing. Like, amazing. And I won't get into all that, why I like them, the things about them, their songs, who my favorite is, or anything like that. I'm just going to say, I absolutely love this group. And they are right now on hiatus because South Korea has a mandatory military enlistment that has to be done before the guys are 30. And they didn't get an exemption, which I think was bullshit. And I don't mind. I'm a military supporter, right? I do. I think the guys and girls that go and serve our military are among the best. I appreciate them. I salute them. Whatever. In South Korea, though, it's mandatory. Like, you know, we got rid of the draft years ago. And I know if we're in war, it could come back and okay. And, you know, when my daughter and I talk about it, she keeps reminding me that South Korea is in war with North Korea. Okay, so it's very confusing, my thought process on this. But, do I want to use this pink or do I want to use this gold? I'll use the pink. But, so yeah, they are on hiatus because they have to do this military service. And the reason I say that I think it's crap is because BTS brings in billions of dollars for South Korea's economy. And since, it hasn't even been a year, like, I don't remember, it was last September they went on hiatus. 2 of them have joined, the others will be shortly because they're putting out solo projects. I keep hearing, you know, or seeing things where they're complaining about the economy, blah, blah, blah. Well, what did you expect? You really, you know, hurt yourself putting them, but it is what it is. I shouldn't get into that, and I apologize. But they are doing their military service. Well, 2 of them have, the others will list. In the meantime, they're doing solo projects, and this is where I'm trying to get to, and I got distracted with the military thing. So they're doing solo projects, and one of the rappers in the group, Min Yoongi, is doing a solo tour. So he's doing a world tour. He's one of the only ones at this point, because 2 of them are already gone. 2 of them are probably getting ready to go. So he's doing a solo tour. Then there's 2 younger ones that haven't heard anything yet. So we went to his tour. Oh my God. Now he is my daughter's favorite. So she was having mental crisis breakdowns. But he was so good. He really was. Like, I keep teasing my husband because in 25, these guys are supposed to be back together. 2025. That's when their service is all going to be over and they're all going to be done and back. Okay? It can change. Obviously, things can happen. Things have already happened and have set off delaying, you know, who goes when and everything. But I'm hoping in 2025 they come back and then have a tour shortly after, a comeback tour for the group. I already told my husband, dude, I will mortgage the house if I have to. I am going to see them in concert. I will travel wherever they go. And my daughter and I will go to this concert. I hope he doesn't think I'm joking. I'm just going to put that there. We will go to this concert. Now, I won't have to mortgage the house. My daughter and I are already planning on saving and got some funds put back for the rainy day. But, yeah. Okay, so real quick on this eye look. It blended well. I felt like I had to put a lot of layering, I guess, to get... I guess I'm saying it's nice. It didn't quite... like stun me or bowl me over, but it's not bad. It'd be a cute, I don't know if I'll ever really use it though, is the problem. But I don't mind it. So, and I'll try the green one sometime too, but yeah. So now I'm going to use, I got this the other day, the Ulta matte liquid liner. This is what I got in that pack I had with the cat eye and everything. So we're going to try it. And I got some mascara we're going to try. I haven't decided if I'm using lashes or not today. I just don't know. So, I just don't know. I have some laid out in case I do. But, I just don't know. I just don't know if I feel like it. So, we'll see how good this mascara does. How's that? Okay, so let's do this eyeliner. So yeah, the concert. Let's get back to the concert. It was a 2-hour concert. He didn't have an opener. It was only him. It was amazing. Wow, this is very fine tip. But I have a ton of videos. So here's what I found to be almost just mind-blowing. So I got the tickets for this back in May, or March, excuse me. It is May. They sold out in a day. And if you hadn't, or if you didn't do the pre-register, you weren't getting tickets. So I pre-registered. I'm an official army, which is what BTS fans are called. So I did get tickets. It just so happened to work out that it was going to be for my daughter's birthday because I had been sick and hadn't really got her anything for her birthday. So, there's that. That was her birthday. All right, I don't like this. I really don't. I really messed up that side too. So why don't I like it? For one, this thing here is so stiff. I don't feel like I can get any real movement on it. Any real definition to it. It's, yeah. Of course, I knew it was a liquid. I won't have to get that off. But, and I mean, my left eye looks awful. Oh, itch. That hurt. So I don't really know how to clean that up above my, because if I do, it's going to mess up my makeup. I used to have, there it is, a little thing to help clean up. Let's see. Brow Food makeup eraser. And look, it's already smearing right here. Oh yeah, I'm just making that worse. All right, we're gonna try to fix this with the makeup. So as I work on this, because I'm not happy with it. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. I don't see me using that again. And I want to say, before I get back into talking about this concert, just because it doesn't work for me, or just because I don't like something, doesn't mean it won't work great for you or look wonderful on you. So I just try to show you the product and tell you why I do or don't like it. Okay? And then, look at that. It's awful. And then I'm going to put lashes on just to hide that. That made my decision easy. And then you can take what I say and know that, you know, my face is pretty normal. I don't have oily skin. I don't have dry skin. I don't have a lot of breakout. You know, whatever you learn through here and what I'm using it in my skin or my abilities, you can decide for yourself. Like, you might love that liquid liner because it's something that you use a lot, right? I don't use a lot of liquid liner like that. I prefer the felt tip liners. Or gel liners. But yeah, I'm not patient enough to let a good liquid liner dry. I know that. And I know that is 90% of the problem that I have right now. I didn't let it dry. But knowing my faults, look, it's getting everywhere. Knowing my faults, I know that I shouldn't use this liner. I just shouldn't. So yeah, I won't probably use it again. Let's see. I will put some more under eye. Cream on so it'll sit. But yeah, I'm not happy with that. Look at that. No, maybe if the maybe it folds up and doesn't look too bad, I'm hoping. But yeah. Okay. You know, that's why we try it, right? We want to see if it's something we like or not. And y'all might very well love that. I know for a fact I didn't let it dry. But even before I screwed up like that, I want to apologize in advance. I did not turn my phone on Do Not Disturb or off like I normally do because I am waiting on a call from my surgeon. So if you see me looking away, it's because my phone has beeped and I'm curious what it is. Okay. So yeah, we're going to put lashes on. And before I even do anything else, let's go ahead and get some glue on them. So, this concert, what was I saying? We had tickets, is where I was at. And they were expensive. The most I've ever paid for tickets. I am not complaining. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I plan to. And I told my daughter, I said, you know, I did all this for your favorite in the band. Can you imagine what I do for mine? But, so we had seats. We had guaranteed seats. What they did have, though, and in a way, it's pretty awesome, but in another way, I'm too old to care about it. You can get floor. I won't even say seats, but it's standing room only on the floor. And you paid a certain amount, which wasn't as much as my tickets, but then you had to camp out and wait to get a bracelet to tell you where you stand. So you wait, you buy these tickets, and then you go and camp out for a week. People were camping out a week in advance. And when you did that, you found out where you could stand, and then you had the opportunity for exclusive merchandise. Not worth it. So some people standing in line paid these ticket prices, and they weren't cheap. You know, they were not cheap just for a chance to stand close to the stage. But you could also be the furthest back, and at that point, my seats were great. Like, I think my seats were better than those standing on the floor because I could see him everywhere he went. And we were very close. Like I told my daughter, I said, you could throw a softball and hit him. Of course, then, you know, she could, but she's like, oh my God, I never hit him. Whatever. I was just making a joke. Anyways, we had wonderful seats. So I'm glad I had guaranteed seats because I would have been, pissed off if I had paid the price that they paid and got farthest back as you can, or only one side of the stage and you really can't see the other side. Now the key to that is okay, so I called him Min Yoongi. That is his birth name. In BTS, his name is Suga, and then his solo name is August D, which a lot of people are like, well, where did that come from? Well, August D is Suga backwards with DT, meaning D-Town. Daegu is where he was born. So it's actually very clever on his part. So the concert was a Suga / August D concert because he sang his solo album or songs, and then he also sang some of the solo songs on BTS that he has through Suga, and he even sang a couple of the rap line songs, but just mostly, or BTS rap line songs, but mostly his version or verses in them. But it was amazing. The concert was flipping awesome. So yeah, that's why I'm tired. So we went up Friday. We didn't get there late, so we were able to eat And we went to the pool to swim. It was cold. It was supposed to be a heated pool. Let me tell you, I froze. So I got out. My little fish of a daughter didn't. And we just chilled. And then Sunday morning or Saturday morning, we woke up. We were in no rush because the concert started at 8 their time. And so we did walk down to the arena, and that's when we saw we had seen on YouTube the lines, and there's been some news about it and all kinds of stuff. But we saw it ourselves, and we were like, holy mother of God, that's crazy. I'm not really, the mascara is okay. I think I would have felt better with the mascara. Oh, I waited so long, this got turned off. If I hadn't got the liner in my lashes, and I think I would have liked this a little better. It separates, it's nice and dark, but I think the liner kind of screwed up any chance of me really liking it. So it's not bad. I wouldn't buy it. But it'll go over there in my collection of mascaras that I have. Oops, no it won't, because I need to do the bottom lashes. And yeah, I mean, it lifts and it's dark, and I just think the liner in it ruined it. God, I hate this eye. If I had time, I would completely redo it. Okay, so these are my Ardell lashes. We're just going to snap them on. I say that, and hopefully we can just snap them on real quick. 90% of the time I can. I wasn't sure I was going to put lashes on because I'm going to get, I have to go pick up some stuff. So, I mean, it's not like I need to look great. That is way too close to my eye, inside of my eye. So hopefully, yeah, this will help hide the mistake I made. Okay, so that's the eye. Like I said, it's okay. Like, it's not one of my best looks, but like I said, I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. Well, I am. I'm going to be seeing people, so I shouldn't say that, but I'm not like going anywhere special or that I feel like, you know, I need to look specifically great for. I'm saying that really weird, but the fact of the matter is, it's okay. Yeah, they don't look bad. I will let me get these out of the way. I don't know why I keep putting this eyeshadow over here, because when I do makeup, I typically touch it up a couple times. So, and you know, I will be fair. I typically get shimmers wet, or my brush wet. I didn't for this time. I don't know why. I guess because I thought it was looking fine without it. So, I didn't get them wet. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm going to quit messing with the eyes because I'm going to make them water. And then it is going to be a mess. Okay. I made a mess on my desk here. Now, I do have eye cream on, but I do want to use this brightener, especially today. You know, I might use it as my concealer. I was trying to think if that's what... I think it said you can use it as a concealer or under your concealer, so I think I will use this as that. Okay. So I'm going to get this and just kind of, and I wasn't thinking about it as a concealer when I did it, or I would have done it after my filter. I mean my primer. That's okay. We'll redo it if we need to. So here's the primer. I have used these primers before, and I actually didn't mind them. Like, I remember they are very similar to like the Smashbox. They're very silicone-y feeling. But I remember thinking they weren't bad. And I don't think it's bad at all. Now let me go to the dreaded 5 times mirror and see what my pores look like. Oh yeah, they look awful. But that is not because of the primer. I don't know. It feels good on my skin. I have just noticed I have more black under my eye. So, yeah, it feels good on my skin. We'll see how the foundation lay on it. I think it'll be fine. Oh, I think I just did something. Got something in my eye. Now, I will say I think I smeared the under arm brightener on more than I meant to, putting the primer on. So we're going to put a little bit more. And then we're going to use, I'm using one of my #1s for foundation, and that is the Lancôme Tint Idole stick. I love the stick. Like, yes, I still have another one in a box. I have one over here that is practically empty, but I use it for like with a brush, almost like a concealer. You know, when you like something, you like something. So let's see how this foundation or concealer, shoot, how the primer works with this really good foundation. And to be honest, it's a high-end foundation and a lower end. I don't know, maybe it's a mid foundation. I don't think it's high end. I don't buy high end because that stuff is expensive. No, I mean, I really like what I got, so I shouldn't say that. I would buy high end if I have considered it a couple times. There are some things that have caught my eye. I just haven't done it yet. But Lancôme to me is a really good product. I don't know, do you all consider that high end? I'm curious. As I say that, I talk myself out of these things. Let's look at this and again in the big screen. Okay, you know what? That looks really good. Yeah. Okay. Need to blend that in a little bit because it was still... Yeah, not bad. So like I said, I remembered liking the primer from Ulta. I just liked the other, like Smashbox and my Lancôme primers so much better. But if you like a lower end, better priced primer with that is similar to the Smashbox or my Lancôme Pro Base, this was not a bad one. So let's try this. I don't use blending foam egg things often. I don't know what this one's called, so it's hard for me to... I love my brushes, so I don't typically use these. But I don't have a problem with them. Okay, so this one doesn't, I feel like is a little bit harder to get into here because it's not as, is cushiony the right word? This is so dense, it's just, I don't know. But I feel like it does a good job. I didn't really do a lot of it, but I do feel like it does a good job. And to be fair, that is pretty much the extent of how I use these blending things. This is the lip oil. I usually put something on my lips after foundation. Just feels like regular lip oil. I don't know. Interesting. I'm going to spray. Let that sit while I do. That scent is still awful. I hate that. I had to buy a full size of that and I don't like it. So I will use it. It is the Too Faced Insurance Makeup Insurance. I love Too Faced. I don't like that. The scent is the only reason I don't like it. So I'll fill in my brows while my face is drying. Thankfully, the only reason why I can continue to use it is because the scent does dissipate. I'm still waiting for it to dissipate because it hasn't yet. But yes, it will dissipate and I can get on with my day without it giving me headaches, which I hope I haven't just jinxed myself because I can still smell it. So, you know, we were at this hotel and walking around and we were standing with people from like Columbus, Ohio, and there was the girl sitting next to me. She was a trip. She really was. She was from Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, they came from everywhere. And he had already had concerts in Newark, New Jersey, and New York. So he was in Chicago, which is kind of his halfway point for his U.S. side of the tour. He's going to be in Los Angeles this weekend, and then the weekend after that, he's in Oakland, and then he heads back. He has a whole world tour, Japan, and all these other places. So, I mean, he's going to be busy. So it was amazing seeing how many people were there. And like I said, people were standing out and waiting for this guy. We got in. When we got there, early, like 2 hours early. And like I said, we walked over and we were like, okay, we'll just kind of look at the vendors outside and whatnot. Oh no, the line was already, there's 4 entrances to this arena, the north, east, south, west gate. And the lines were ridiculous. So we got into the line that was what we thought was the shortest. And it turned out to pretty, I don't know if it was or not, but we didn't have to wait as long as what we thought. We got there, we stood in line for about a half hour before it started moving. And then we got in. And when we got in, oh my gosh, everything was already just so packed. Like the concession stands, even the bathrooms. Like we didn't even go to the bathroom because it was so packed. And what was I going to say? I got distracted because I forgot a brush. Oh, merchandise. Oh, yeah. So it was just absolutely crazy. But we get in there, and I mean, like I said, he doesn't have an opening act. I mean, it is him. And I find that just so amazing because it's a 2-hour concert and he goes hard. Like, he's a rapper. So he literally, and he sings, and he was playing the piano at one point, and then he had his guitar, which the guitar was so amazing. Like, okay. And I kept zooming in, and I posted pictures of it on my Facebook, and not many people understand or knew or cared, but his guitar, he had all the members of BTS sign. So he was taking his members with him as he was on tour. And I thought, oh my God, how amazing. How amazing is that? It's his first solo tour. None of them have ever been on the solo tour. Like, so he's breaking the mold. It's the group's first ever solo tour, or group members' first ever solo tour. And he took his members with him. That's just, these guys are the definition of brothers. They've been together. The youngest was 13 when he got in. I mean, yeah, these guys are the definition of brothers. I absolutely love them. I will not go into more unless someone says, "Hey, David, let's talk about this." I doubt you all will, but that's okay. We were with people that understood us. Like, a lot of my friends do not understand my obsession. And I tell them it's no different than someone's obsession with, like, Beyonce or I mean, Beyonce is probably the best I can do because people are obsessed with her. And I don't understand it. I don't discredit their obsession with them. It's not, not for me. So I understand when others don't understand my obsession with BTS and the members. So I don't question them. They don't question me. It is what it is. So, but it was really nice to be with a group of people that did understand, that shared. Like, we can sit, we can talk, and they were handing out. Okay. This was new to me. Let me show you. So BTS has photo cards, and they do these whole things with their albums. You get photo cards, and you get stuff when you buy their albums. My daughter has a bunch of them because for Christmas I bought her, to date, all the albums that were out. Now there's more because of solo projects and whatnot. So she needs to buy more. I'll let her buy them at this point because that was not a cheap present. But so people were walking around handing out these photo cards. I mean, look at that man. This is Suga, August D. Isn't he gorgeous? And then I don't understand the red panda because each one has their own animal that's associated to him, and he's a cat because that's what he is the definition of a cat. And then I got some BTS World, and this one has 3 different members on it. These are young. They are very young here. But my favorite is one of these 3. You can guess which one. And then we were in our seat and came by and handing out these little, this is a keychain. And it says, maybe I can get it for you. Digital, which is my favorite song of his. Like, when I first found him, that was the song. Now, I knew he was through BTS. But when I first heard his solo music, that was the song I heard. And it is still my favorite. So I don't know what I'll do with that, but I thought, heck, that's cool. But there were people walking around handing these things out left and right. And I have never in my life seen anything like that. Like, I was amazed. So, but we were around people, and I think, I'm just going to say, some of the outfits we saw, that's anywhere. That literally is just about anywhere you go anymore. These outfits were crazy. Some of them were cute because they were dressed up as characters that Suga had played or did in their comedy variety show that they have. They sometimes have to dress up, and that's what they were dressing up as. So it was cute, but at the other time I was like, oh crap, I forgot how pigmented this is. I was just like, are you kidding me? People come out looking like that? Anyways, maybe if I was 20 years younger. Nah, I don't think I had ever in my life worn some of the things that these guys had on. And it's okay. More power to them. I mean, for the most part, most of them looked amazing. But I was just, it was such an experience. I got to, you know, that you saw so many walks of life. Like I was, you know, I'm older and I'm like, God, I'm going to be one of the oldest ones there. And during one of the intermissions, because he does take one intermission, excuse me. No, this was before the encore. They were showing, people have signs. I mean, some of these signs I couldn't even explain to you, but they are signs that all the fandom know. And they were showing the signs, and they showed the people, and there was one little lady. She was older. She was a grandma, and I'm like, yes, that's right. We represent. I'm not a grandmother. I'm old enough to be a grandmother. I have adult kids, but I mean, I don't think I'm old enough to be a grandmother. But it was amazing seeing this lady, and she was probably mid-60s or older, and I'm like, yes, these boys, I hate to call them boys, they are men, have really stolen the hearts of many, many people. Now we'll talk makeup. The primer did amazing. I do like the primer. Everything went on well. Everything, I think, looks good. So yeah, let's finish the eyes. I'm gonna, where's it at? I meant to grab it. This is, nope, that's the felt tip liner. What is that? Oh. Okay, so this is the gel liner. And I totally messed it up. I don't know how to fix that. So this is the gel liner. I'm going to go put it on my lower lashes. And then we'll put some mascara on. I do like this gel liner. I did it, talked about it, I think. Was it the last video? No, the last video was a pack with me. So the last video that I actually did makeup. Yeah, because I didn't do a makeup video last one. Okay. I'm confused what I did to this. I think I really screwed it up because I think that's supposed to be on the bottom. I don't know what to do because it'll dry out and oh well. We'll put it on. I definitely did something wrong. Okay. Now that puff did have a little bit of powder on it from a previous use. I didn't add powder, but I got a hair on my face. Okay, so let's go back to the mascara. Let's see how it does on the under. A lot of product just came out on that. I know I've got my mouth open. My mom always teased me, and I think I've said this numerous times, that it looks like I was trying to catch flies. So the lip oil, I don't really think it did anything really special. There's a couple of new lip oil balms that I have that I love. So this one will probably stay right here to use, you know, before. Sorry, my phone. Again, I apologize, but I am waiting impatiently, as I might say, for a call for surgery. Okay. Now that Blonzer I use, it is very pigmented, but it blends very well. Okay, now let's try this mauve, and that lip oil is pretty much gone, so I'm not too worried about going over top of it. It is a lip gloss, so I don't expect it to be pigmented, and it's not. It is pigmented, but not much. Yeah. Barely a hint of color. So I wouldn't even put it over top of something, because what I wear is one of those, I wear the type of lipsticks that stay. And if you put something else like that on it, it isn't going to stay. So, okay, so here's the look. I did have earrings I meant to put on. Let's go ahead. These bad boys are huge. I didn't expect them to be that big. I did get these from Venus with my last order that I put in. Or that I received yesterday. Come on. Oh, fuck. Sorry. But I literally just broke these. So. Alright, I'm going to have to figure this one out. That makes me mad. So I was just trying to get the back off so I can put it on my ear. Okay. That's all. No, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Yeah, the products were okay. So you can see this. I didn't put any highlight under my eye because that primer pretty much acts as a highlight. It looks good. The eyes look good. I just wasn't like so totally impressed, and I will not use that liquid liner again. Thankfully, lashes hide my errors. So I just won't walk up to anybody and go. Okay, thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, anything. I'm here for you. And until the next video, guys. Mwah, goodbye.